So Lucy Kovalova to serve. Let's play pickleball. Okay, and the one-handed backhand starts the day with a win for Kovalova. That's a confident start.
Yeah, I think Parenteau did well to react to the net cord there.
Kovalova coming out hot, 2 clean winners.
Yeah, if she's got her confidence at this level already, then watch out. Ooh, looked like that one landed in.
And again, we're going to say unwind the stack a lot today, but that was a byproduct right there. And a short return creates a problem as Newman takes full advantage of that and wrecks it at Kovalova. Just on the line. Okay. Very I formation.
Very much so. Yes, almost the Aussie formation there.
Yes, if he would have bent down and we would have seen an overhead serve, that would have been something.
All right, Riley Newman doing what he does best, creating opportunities, applying massive pressure. And that is a big swing on a big swing.
Yep, another short return, and you just get in trouble and you're not set as Kovalova is racing over to cover her side.
And the net getting involved early, spraying that ball wide.
So we'll see how Kovalova and Wright can handle this big start by Parenteau and Newman, because Kovalova had 2 beautiful shots to start, and now they're down 4.
Oh, do you think she was ready for that one?
I'm going to go with 100% yes, and appreciated that a save the date had been sent to her beforehand on that shot.
Yeah, save the millisecond. This is when this forehand is launching towards your forehand.
And Newman and Parenteau just on point, nothing for free, taking full advantage of opportunities. Great start for them. Again, 3 of 5.
Yeah, I mean, the momentum is in their corner right now, and for Wright and Kovalova, they've got to be thinking about how they're going to start stealing little bits of confidence. I mean, this game is so much about confidence and momentum, and every inch you get is an inch you steal away from your opponents. And suddenly the balance can go in your favor, but they've got some work to do coming into the match, not just during the match.
And return of the favor, again, we talk about it all the time. If you can't get that return deep, so many options come to the serving side. Oh, and took a little off the pancakes. That was like, you know, silver dollar size. Just a perfect little shot there by Riley Newman.
Kovalova and Wright just a little flat right now. They're going to need to find some mojo at some point.
There's a whole lot of mo.
Yeah, and some Joe in there somewhere.
Absolutely. Nice two-handed backhand to set up the finish by Kovalova there.
Oh.
Okay. Sometimes the net can actually help, and even though you're like, well, it slowed it down, yeah, but it put it where Parenteau didn't expect it to be.
Yeah, I mean, she's so good at defending from behind the baseline. Scrambles around, gets a paddle on almost everything, but when it does turn out to be a dead ball, so to speak, very tough. I saw there Matt Wright, he played a shot similar to earlier on where Parenteau really punished him, but he changed the location to sort of dead center of the body, really.
Look what we have here on the other side.
Oh, and she's just dragged it wide.
We've got Parenteau on the left side of the court here.
And that's a deliberate move, it looks to be. Okay. Oh, that ball was hammered.
Because traditional tennis players really pound the ball with that wrist snap, and they're used to it. With his grip, it's harder to hit it that well. That was a great overhead by Newman.
Yeah, Newman, he's been accomplished at playing on both sides of the court with Lindsay, his sister.
Yeah, they actually prefer Riley on the right side in that formation, and that's what happens when your hand gets caught in the cookie jar, but that's part of the budget there. It's a great ball by Wright, but you want him to be thinking about you in the middle all day.
It's all in the name of pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got them thinking about where Newman's going to be, and therefore where should the third shot be placed, and that adds a complexity that can really cause some issues.
Oh. Just kissed the tape and went wide as Wright saw it coming, got out of the way.
Yeah, did appear to land a little wide from this angle.
And that's been 3 or 4 fourth ball volleys that have contributed to this one-sided start.
Yeah, just inches away from greatness.
And an ambitious attack there by Matt Wright.
Yeah, it wasn't there, and he has to show a little bit of extra respect towards Newman and his elite hand speed.
So it is the 3 seed, on point, playing solid, and has a 7-point lead. Can Kovalova and Wright rally? We'll find out after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. See the big swat and finish there by Riley Newman earlier, and they are rolling up 9-2 in game number 1. Again, best of 5. And Kovalova leaves it a little up in the middle, and we are already, Morgan, at a game point.
Riley Newman is not going to waste any time when he gets half a look. Kovalova's in front of him. The man is aggressive.
And that catches the net, and after a Brilliant start for Kovalova and Wright. Parenteau and Newman just caught fire, and it's 11-2 in the books.
Yeah, it was all one-way traffic. So we'll see what happens in game 2.
So a dominant performance by the red-hot Riley Newman and Catherine Parenteau. We play 3 out of 5, so you have a little bit of time to catch your footing. We'll make sure our footing's excellent as well, and we'll be right back with game 2. Welcome back, game 2 to start. Parenteau, Newman feeling great, and there's Catherine Parenteau to serve.
Oh.
And that just catches literally the corner of the court.
Oh.
And both Newman and Parenteau looked at each other like, yeah, that was in.
Okay.
And there's the first freebie from.
So game 2 starts in a similar fashion as game 1.
So that's better point construction for Kovalova and Wright, which is Lucy pushing the ball behind Newman, and then that gives a nice ball for Matt Wright to take advantage of.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the risk is that he reads it and is able to perform a wonderful Ernie, which he's more than capable of doing, but they're going to have to take some of these risks if they want to claw back into this game.
That is beautiful pickleball right there by all 4 players.
Yeah, in the middle it was a you pick 'em, and then one team managed to just capitalize. Nice work.
Kovalova said you, but was still able to recover in time.
Yeah, she just has to decide how aggressive is she prepared to be towards Newman to keep him on his side of the court more often. Oh, beautiful shot.
And if you go behind him, you make him less interested in that particular move right there, because you saw he was all the way over. Great read by Riley Newman.
Yeah, I mean, both Newman and Wright very similar in terms of height and reach. Newman does have the speed advantage around the court, though.
And Riley Newman just comes sliding across and says, I got you, Catherine. They are just feasting on, and we talked a lot about this yesterday, the quality of the dinks and the thirds.
Yeah.
The ball has to bounce against this team, or you're going to be chasing the score all day long.
Yeah, that's a real separator right now.
There's another example right there.
And there was an opportunity just prior. I thought he was going to get in and be even more aggressive, but he's finding a good level of controlled aggression right now. Oh, unlucky. You know, obviously he trusts Catherine Parenteau's third ball implicitly. He's able to disconnect so early and be menacing up at the kitchen line, whether it's a drive or a drop.
Unbelievable
wow.
gap.
Oh, they earned that one the hard way. Wow.
And that's the frustrating part about this team, is they have all of the power and finish, but defensively they're outrageous as well. 4 shuffle steps, and then a yours.
The audacity of the young man.
And you know, we talk a lot about the guy coming over and mix, but that part of it is the hardest part for the ladies, because all of a sudden the paddle is pulled back and you are expected to execute a great shot. Parenteau was able to do so there.
Oh. Yeah, otherwise you risk an eye roll, a head shake, all manner of things there.
Any and all of those friendly neighborhood pickleball movements that we all have seen.
Beautiful work. That may have been an out ball, doesn't matter.
Yep. And then catches right, leaning to the right, unable to reset. And that's what pressure does to you as well. Yes, that side is open. However, you're having to defend the ball and block it into a tiny sliver, and you're going to pull it wide a lot.
And that's good work from Kovalova to keep that ball alive in a good spot there. So Newman had to move back over, opening up the middle for Matt Wright to come in and use that monstrous forehand.
And Newman is on a very aggressive posture here since the get-go.
Oh, and there's an aggressive ball toss
Yes.
from Kovalova to Wright.
Yes, ball boys would be pulled off the court had they done that at the French Open.
Oh, that's just too good from Newman.
Just
Kovalova hit a good
everywhere.
shot.
Yes. That right there is fine, but he's everywhere right
He is
now.
everywhere and nowhere. You
So-
blink and he's out.
So I think it's time to return to him, get him off the net here, make Parenteau be the one that's chasing. Because you're into a point construction right out the gate that is not as advantageous as the receiver.
Oh.
My.
Oh, he had exactly what he wanted. Yeah, it is curious why they're targeting Parenteau on the return. I mean, do they really think that her third ball is not up to snuff?
Can't imagine.
Well, that was done very well there
That
from
was.
Mr. Wright. Handled handedly.
So let's see if they can find a run of their own here. Just down 2 in game 2.
I mean, at this point, I don't know if they can really choose to get the ball away from Newman, but they may be able to choose to get the ball to its backhand side.
Yes. Or they can take a page out of how people play against Matt and Riley. We'll see it later. On the ground in the middle. But it's got to be on the ground.
Definitely.
Go.
Great defense there from Parenteau.
Yeah, able to get back the topspin lob. Didn't have the height that the former Michigan Wolverine tennis star, Mr. Wright, would have liked there. And the Michigan Stater took care of that rivalry.
Oh,
And
Kovalova tried to be sneaky.
yes, and full smash, full syrup, full butter on that pancake grip there by Newman. That's the ball he wants you to hit at him. He's there with the left.
Oh, Newman has called it wide.
Okay.
I'd be surprised if we don't see a... Oh. It looks like we're going to have a video challenge. So our wonderful referees standing close by are going to get to work.
And the interesting part of this is these two are partners later today.
Yeah,
so
they're not going to want a lot of animosity.
No, and that ball was hit with authority very near the baseline or the sideline. So
ladies and gentlemen, we have our first video challenge of the day. Let's hear it for video challenge only on the PPA Tour, folks. That's right.
So we've got, while the referees in the booth take a look at it.
He's challenging that his overhead was out of bounds. The call is out of bounds.
That looks on the line to me.
So, again, not our decision, but we see a ball very much resting on the line as it goes by. So, we will see what happens. The other thing this does, Morgan, is obviously you lose a timeout if you're wrong, if you're Matt and Lucy here, but gives you a chance to just sort of, okay, we're settling in a little better here. We got to get the ball on the ground a little better. And we're getting the scorecard reset here again. Diane Anderson, you see with her back to us, is the lead referee with Stan Brown and Alan Roman helping him out. Carolyn Duncanson and Ben Lacey in the truck are making that call. And here we So the challenge is indeed a correct challenge, as we thought. We thought we saw the ball skip off the line there. So technology impacts the scoreboard as well it should.
Nice work. That's two successful lobs from Kovalova. And this one here really set the play up beautifully for Wright to flick that backhand cross-court.
And it's something that might have to be a frequent shot selection for Kovalova.
Maybe not that frequent.
Maybe not.
Yeah, it's amazing how often one great lob inspires another six. Oh, beautiful work there from Wright. He's starting to find it. He's feeling the ball, getting a good read on when the redirect from Parenteau is coming his way.
Yes, and they've tied up game two. And that's what it's going to take right there. And Newman was able to sneak in there a couple times, but not finish. And 5-all, though, here.
That time, Wright getting enough on his backhand flick counterpunch to force Newman into a lefty switch.
there's some fire. So both sides got what they wanted there, because Wright and Kovalova are consistently returning to Parenteau, which is feeding the shake and bake, but they've been able to defend the shake and bake 2 points in a row here. So, okay.
Oh,
So
the stick and the carrot.
Smooth there. Just drops that paddle up to the sky, and
yeah, he sold them on the idea that more power was coming.
And now they're getting some points off of drives, and
the paddles drop.
Impressive composure from Wright and Kovalova to withstand the Riley Newman onslaught here. So it is Kovalova and Wright with the lead here in game 2. We'll see the conclusion after this. And you see a change was made by Newman and Parenteau to put Catherine on the left, and the cross-court attack from Wright catches her, and they are up 8-5 here in game 2. And Wright had a great look at that.
He did. He did. I was about to say, well, in this situation, we're going to see a lot of the girls dinking head-to-head with each other, but Kovalova electing to try to get behind Mr. Newman.
Unable to reset her feet and get to that net cord. And, you know, this arrangement, I think Kovalova's comfortable dinking cross court with Riley, so I think she'd be okay with that. Now they've returned twice to Newman.
That's a great leave from Mr. Wright.
Yeah, he had a chance to really pound one in the middle of that point and just played a safely conservative point, and they have really stepped up their consistency, and the lead shows it.
Great work from Newman to be ready in the middle when that two-handed backhand.
Off the room service bounce, Wright is able to set his hands and finish. Really hard to do because composure is needed in fractions of a second. And we're gonna do a little dipsy-do, another one, and another one. Oh. And the crowd grimaces with us here.
Easier said than done, that shot.
And we're at game point. This has changed in a moment's notice.
It's a fantastic overhead. Great depth.
Not enough depth on the overhead. Perfect depth on the overhead, not nearly enough depth on the lob.
They've gone back to traditional positions. Oh, some beautiful defense there from Catherine Parenteau.
Yes.
Not enough in the end, but they'll get a second chance. That was a big swing. Must have been a wonderful miss hit.
Yeah, because you read a lot of things, and the swing is a big part of what your calibration is.
Yeah. Oh, Newman catching some fire.
Yes, so
I do prefer them in these positions, personally. Newman on the left, but nice to mix it up.
yep.
Certainly timeout worthy.
Yeah, so it is 8-10. Timeout is called on the court. We will take one as well. Can Newman and Parenteau come all the way back? We'll find out after this. All right, welcome back. Newman and Parenteau making a run at game 2 here. Timeout called by Kovalova and Wright.
Oh, wow.
And that is going to stay in off the miss hit.
This little bit of luck is potentially going to go a very long way.
Yeah, so
if they can get this point here.
one game point was saved about 7 rallies ago, and
Newman had his chance. Catherine Parenteau, her defense
Yes.
under serious pressure is phenomenal.
so here's a second chance for Kovalova and Wright. They stopped them at 9. Oh my.
Well,
And
Lady Luck is certainly on the side of Newman and Parenteau right now.
And Parenteau puts pressure on Kovalova because she short hops a lot of the dinks, and the ball comes back quickly. And Wright goes for a drive at Newman. Interesting selection there. And 3 game points have been saved. 9-10, Newman serving.
That is huge. We see it time and time again. The best players have big plays in big moments.
10 apiece.
That is unbelievable play from Parenteau. She knew the risks when she went down the line to Matt Wright.
But she got it to bounce, so that's a hard dink. It's got to be shallow. It cannot carry into that wicked backhand volley of Wright's. And then, as she slid him over, and Kovalova likes to slide to the other sideline, wide open down the middle. Game point out of nowhere for Newman and Parenteau.
And that's it.
That will do it. What a comeback from Newman and Parenteau.
That is
down
huge.
big, save 3 game points, and they take it 12-10. So again, we are not done, folks. Best 3 out of 5 Can Wright and Kovalova recover from that, what is going to be a very, very psychologically damaging loss of game 2?
Yeah, that is a tough one to swallow. However, they've done it before.
I've seen them come back from down 2 games before. Is today another day that they will do it? We'll find out after this. All right, welcome back. Parenteau and Newman come storming back and take game number 2, and eerily similar to a couple of the games that these two teams played in North Carolina. Parenteau and Newman won at 3, but it was 14-12, 11-9, 11-8. So the memories of that are now probably running around in Kovalova and Wright's mind, because they had opportunities in Charlotte as well.
Yeah, Wright, he had some success. I think he's 1 from 3 on that particular kind of attack towards Parenteau, but I don't like those odds. Oh, that's beautiful.
And just the grace of Parenteau to fill in where Newman had vacated to hit that ATP and just lays it back in the kitchen.
Yeah.
We're fine.
Yeah, I mean, that's just smart play by the book.
A lot of grunts. Kovalova was relentless in the cross-court attacks and finally gets a miss off the Parenteau paddle.
I mean, that's all it's going to take for them to win a point, if they can just do that.
Do that. Make them hit 19 resets and finish on the 20th.
Unfortunately, didn't actually get a point, but still, it's got to feel good.
So Kovalova is definitely, to start game 3 here, bringing more of a pace cross-court to Parenteau, hoping that can potentially set up Matt Wright.
Yeah, not 100% sure it's the way forward, but
it's the choice to start the day here in game 3.
Fantastic work. They're reading each other's shots.
Yes.
Just early enough for both of them to be in great positions time and time again. Look like a well-oiled machine right now.
And that is a beautiful backhand down the line from Newman, and a stunningly similar start to how game 2 ended, where Newman and Parenteau are the ones taking it and have a lead. It's 4-zip in game number 3. Can they close it out in 3? We'll find out after this. So folks, it doesn't look great for Kovalova and Wright, but we have seen this fish before. After this point, we will remind you of what took place last year.
Oh, Newman! Oh, Newman. Look at this.
Left-handed, inside out. So Kovalova and Wright were down to actually Riley and Lindsay Newman. Down 2 games, 7-0 in the third, and came back and won in 5 in La Quinta.
Oh, he's done it again.
And
preemptive.
we are 1 point away from that exact start. Will we have that wild comeback again? Only time will tell.
Yeah, do not blink, everybody.
Oh, and that skitters off the line, and there's the 7-0 lead.
Sure.
So
the body language and demeanor of Wright and Kovalova isn't quite there right now.
No.
But no, they can certainly catch fire. Excuse me.
but the scoreboard is forcing, you just want to do something more and get it back. And now it is 8-zip. And that's what Kovalova being more aggressive can set up, is an opportunity for Wright on the counter, but
Yeah, the counter punch from Captain Parenteau did go quite high though.
yes.
And I will trust that the next one will be much lower.
And just can't get the ball down again. The score, the comeback from game 2, that is a lot to carry around a 44 by 20 foot pickleball court. Willpower meter is working as well for Newman. Everything is working.
And that lob is long. He may have to leave lob duties to Lucy Kovalova.
Yes.
She's done very well today.
Okay.
Oh, nice
There.
work. That's a good change-up.
Yep, and if she's able to reach in and take that out of the air, then Newman will be caught, but he is not going to be deterred by that.
Yeah, in the budget, as you say.
Great move by Wright there.
Okay. Are we seeing a little momentum shift here? Oh, it must be nice to have long
No,
legs.
I was watching that myself. Like, just
Seems somewhat effortless, doesn't it? Oh,
Okay.
Look at that.
nice cover by Kovalova too. But too much two-hand Newman action.
Yeah, we talk a lot about the advantages of a two-handed backhand. One of the ones you don't really think about often is just how quickly you can load that up.
Yep.
Having the other shoulder getting that paddle back in time, the speed you can prepare a shot is fantastic. All right,
And
so they're on the board.
will that be the one that starts them? Maybe they remember what we referred to with the comeback at the Masters. Everyone was dressed in white. These left-handed Newman maneuvers. Oh, but the willpower meter was fully used. I guess if you've hit 3 lefties
One of
and a
them.
lefty inside out, edge of the powder winner, you got to recharge.
Yeah, the luck meter. Oh, look at
Oh.
that. Oh, that's pretty.
Just so well disguised too by Parenteau there. So get a couple. Got to get the ball back with no damage again.
Oh, lovely work.
Yeah.
That inside-out dink from Wright needed to be a little more precise.
Yeah, that's got to bounce, but if you run around it and have that much topspin, you're just saying, here's an ATP, make the fans happy. Okay. When you're in front of someone and you pull it across their body, as long as it's low, that is a very effective shot. Well struck by Matt Wright there. And just no room at the end for Kovalova there with Wright right next to her. And we are quickly at a gold medal point for Newman and Parenteau. And
And that's it.
just way too much from Parenteau. The brilliant defense, the hands of Parenteau, and then just the dominant performance at the kitchen line by Riley Newman. Just took over the match. Countered well by Kovalova and Wright. They're going to be thinking about game 2 the rest of the day.
Yeah, very much so. I think Catherine Parenteau did her job to a T. Her ability to keep them in the point time and time again, allowing Riley Newman to disconnect early, get up there, be menacing, and put that kind of pressure that really only he and one or two others at most can do on the planet. It's just fantastic work. They are playing beautifully together.
Yeah, these two are really on a nice rampage as a duo and are going to continue to push everybody. Ben Johns and Annalie Waters don't even make it to the podium here, so okay, how's this going to all evolve as the season progresses? But this is a day about Riley Newman and Catherine Parenteau. We'll talk to the winners when we come back.
Welcome to Championship Court here on Championship Sunday. I'm here to introduce our winners, Catherine Parenteau, Riley Newman. Guys, what an incredible match. Able to finish in 3. Listen to your fans out there. They love it. Matt and Lucy got up big in game 2. How did you come back and what did you talk about?
Yeah, I think it was 5-10 in game 2. They were playing really, really lights out. But Catherine and I dug deep, just keep it 1 point at a time, and able to come back. And that was a huge momentum shift in the game. Able to get that one, kind of steal the game 2, and then game 3 off to the races. But thank you, ATL, for the support. I actually want to give a special thank you to Amy and Jeff Smith and Kevin McCook right there. They've been taking care of me all week, feeding me, housing me, just like the best ATL people. So thank you to that. Thank you to Gamma Pickleball. My signature paddle is truly amazing, lots of control and feel, and also my best Takea bottle. It is absolutely game changer. Thank you.
Well, guys, you've had so much success. It seems like you've overcome a ton of things. The team is working so well right now. What switched? What's contributed to this success, this run of success you've been having?
I just feel like I have to keep the ball in play and just let Riley be Riley. He's been playing amazing, and he's super supportive, and we've developed this chemistry, and yeah, I think it's been working for us.
Well, after these titles you've been winning, you took down undefeated team thus far, Ben and Annalie, in this tournament as well. What's next? What are your hurdles you need to overcome?
Well, that was a big hurdle beating Ben and Annalie, so we got that one. That one felt really good yesterday, kind of stick it to them a little bit. So now we just use the momentum. We just carry it over to the next tournament. Actually, I got my sister back for the next one, but Catherine and I are playing a couple more the remaining this year. So just going to keep this momentum, keep the mojo alive and well, and keep the ball rolling.
All right, we're going to bring Chris Wolf on court now to present your trophy. Chris.
I just want to say, I was like 5 years ago, Chad Cromwell and myself, we were trying to figure out a way to get the pros into Atlanta, and we said the only way we can do it is take every bit of money we make and dump it all back into the tournament. And it's so cool that you guys are out here, and look what we've done, everyone together, and I'm just super excited. And I'm worn out. My brain, I can't even think straight, so I'll stop talking now. Present you guys with this awesome trophy and something that you guys can take home with you as well to remember this awesome day. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you guys coming out.
Give him a hand, guys. Dave, over to you.
All right, well, as we mentioned after the match, not only did they win today, but they felled the undefeated team of Ben Johns and Annalie. Now, the interesting factor that Riley referred to there is Lindsay Newman's coming back too. So how does this dominant team split up a little bit, play a few here and there? That's going to be interesting throughout the rest of the year.
Yeah, no, exactly right. We've seen Riley and Lindsay play incredible together,
Yes.
and we've talked about it before in the air, that those two, the chemistry is undeniable. It's siblings, mother-daughter that we're about to see. They have a way of just knowing where their partner's going to be, and they can get into positions and fill the gaps. It makes them incredibly difficult to beat. So I have every faith that Riley and Lindsay can do very well together.
No doubt, they've proven it. They've won pretty much every championship that is available to be won out there. So what a tough situation here for Lucy Kovalova, or maybe it's perfect. As you can see on the court now, we've got the ladies doubles coming up next, and Lucy Kovalova has to just take all of what just happened and throw it away and be ready to go here, because she's got a second chance at a championship.
For sure. I mean, she's got to remind herself that it's not like she played badly there.
No.
She ran into a buzzsaw and wasn't given too much to work with at all. Matt Wright, played reasonable pickleball as well. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough. Riley Newman and Catherine Parenteau proving too good on that one. So here they're dressed in lovely Wimbledon whites. Let's see if that's indicative of a polished performance.
Yeah, and on the other side, we've got mother-daughter, the Waters, going for 4 PPA championships in a row. So we'll take a quick break, and then we'll come back, set this match up. It's women's doubles next, but it is an impressive start to the day by Riley Newman and Catherine Parenteau.